An update to a story we first told you about earlier this evening. One person is dead following a plane crash in northern La Crosse County. The plane coming from Minnesota fell off of radar at about 12:15 this afternoon after being scheduled to land in La Crosse. After a ground search that took much of the afternoon, the wreckage of the plane was found on a farm in Holmen. News 8's Martha Kolaski followed the search for the plane all day long and has more tonight.
Once officials discovered a plane headed for La Crosse had never reached the airport, they began a rescue search, but they quickly realized today's cloudy weather was going to pose a big problem. It meant that planes or helicopters couldn't be used. With the ground search being their only option, some 40 searchers from several different agencies quickly gathered in a church parking lot in the town of Farmington to figure out where they should start looking first.
At approximately 1:45 p.m., we received a cell phone ping, believed to be coming from the airplane. It took us to an area near Stevenstown.
Once they finally had about a square 4-mile area to search, the terrain itself was still a big challenge.
Well, we got wet terrain, steep terrain, tall standing corn. It's just difficult to go through right now.
And then one local man realized he had heard something earlier in the day that he eventually related to the plane crash and alerted authorities.
I was just here earlier today. I heard something that sounded like possibly could have been a car crash. So I just looked out the window, didn't see anything, and just kind of brushed it off. It's not every day that something like this happens, so.
After this tip, it wasn't long before search crews found the wreckage of that small single-engine plane on the Andersons farm in Holmen. And sadly, it appears a pilot may have tried to walk away from the wreckage before succumbing to his injuries.
They discovered that there was nobody present inside the aircraft. There's our assumption in early moments here is that the pilot was injured and maybe have walked away from the scene.
In Holmen, I'm Martha Kolaski for News 8.
Now, a body believed to be the pilot's was eventually found nearby the wreckage, but because of his injuries, identification may take some time. A spokesman for the Sheriff's Department pointed out that the wreckage will not be moved until the National Transportation Safety Board has a chance to examine it. NTSB officials are expected to view it tomorrow.